I decided before I came that rest day is pancakes day because I've made pancakes on a trangia before, but now I'm making them on this little stove. And it turns out they're actually much more difficult to make on this. So far I've made a bit of scrambled pancakes. Yeah, I mean, at least the fact that they're taking so long isn't too much of an issue because I literally have all day. Let's go! It seems that overnight a snail has made its way up the inside of my tent fly and is now stuck. I also wanted to take some notes of how I've changed my gear to be a bit more lightweight. So I managed to shave off half a kilo of base weight from my hike that I just did. So I bought these thermals, which are about 150 grams lighter than the brown turtleneck that I brought for warmth on the hike. Then I remembered that I actually already have thermal leggings, so I took those instead of trackies, so that was another maybe 100 grams. I also didn't take my mug, so now I've just been drinking out of my pot when I'm making tea or Gatorade. I've also realised that I can get a smaller lighter for my stove for next time, and that I actually don't need to take a hairbrush. I don't know why I thought I did. It didn't occur to me that I wouldn't really need it. I guess like since I have it, it's been nice to use it, but that's something I can also get rid of. Oh, I also remembered the last thing that I made lighter. So on my hiking trip, I took a massive tube of sunscreen because I thought that I would need heaps of sunscreen because I'm going to be outside all the time. Actually, I didn't have that much skin exposed on that trip. But on this trip, I have more skin exposed, but I've been able to just resupply whenever I want to, basically, except for today. A local came around past our campsite because apparently it's a place that he frequents quite often. And he told us that there's a track that leads to a nice waterfall as part of the creek that we're camped next to. So he let us know how to get to the walking track that goes to it. And this is so rough to walk on. But I can already hear the waterfall, so hopefully it looks nice. But yeah, this is a bit of a sample of where I'm walking. I've already fallen once and slid down a bit. There's a rope here even, it's so bad. So I miscalculated the amount of food that I had left a little bit. Amanda has been kind enough to give me one of her energy bars to give me some variety because I basically have a big bag of nuts, I have a Snickers bar, and I have millet for breakfast. And I have some peanut butter and honey, so, you know, if I'm like really desperate, I can always just eat those without anything else. And of course, I can't get any more food around here. So I'm gonna have to wait until we get to Boolarra tomorrow. But that's okay, I'll learn for next time. We've done 35 kilometers of the first riding day after the rest day now. The first 14 kilometers was all uphill. It was like 4 or 5% at first, and then it went up to like 7%. And also there were quite a few parts where it was very rocky. There were just very chunky rocks, and you definitely could not ride your bike over them. So you had to keep getting off our bikes and walking for parts of it and getting back on and stuff. So that was a bit annoying, but we finally made it up that massive hill. And then we had a little descent, another little ascent, and now it's mostly descending for the rest of the day, which is about 25 kilometers. I'm a bit low on water actually, and my Sawyer squeeze, I went to Anaconda to get a bag for it, but they didn't have any actual Sawyer squeeze bags, and I needed one straight away because I was about to leave for this trip, and my one broke on my hiking trip. So I had to get this, and it was working at first, but now it's just leaking more out the side than it's actually filtering. So, you know, I do have a little bit of backup. I'm gonna try and just not have to drink too much more than what's in my bladder. But yeah, this rest stop has a very nice view as well. We're going past some Gunya Rainforest, I think. There's just so much beautiful scenery all around us this whole day, and it's lovely. I reckon this is the most beautiful place that I've ever ridden my bike, actually. So I'm really glad I could make it here, even though this ride has been very hard. Also, it has been completely unpaved the whole way so far. And we actually are already on Grand Ridge Road. So I don't know why some sources say that there's some parts that are paved. Maybe the bit we're doing tomorrow will be paved, but I guess we'll see. Let's go into Boolarra, and I've got myself a potato cake at the store that closes in like 20 minutes. I also got a little bit of food for tomorrow, but there wasn't really that much options, so I got some wafers and another Snickers bar, and and a fruit salad. Yes, very excited about the fruit salad. It was very expensive though, but I guess that makes sense given this is a small community store. The rest of the ride was pretty good. There were a couple of small hills, but it was downhill for a lot of the way. The last 8 kilometers I was going like 44 kilometers per hour almost the whole way, so definitely went by quite quickly, and there was some amazing views, which, you know, I had to sort of try and split my focus between looking at the views and making sure that I'm not like going over any bumps or anything in the road or riding into any cars, given that I was going so fast. But the hotel is a few hundred meters away, and after setting up my tent, I'm keen to get a good feed and feel not so desperate when it comes to food for tomorrow, and also fill up my water. My water lasted me the rest of the way. Side note, I think the Sawyer squeeze sucks. Actually, I'm definitely gonna have to look into a different water purification method because I hate it. It's so slow. Yeah, although I guess it's good as a backup for if you're trying to drink pretty dirty water. But if you're just drinking out of a creek or like bore water or something, I think it's kind of not necessary and way too slow.